Hey, welcome to day 20 of the Outdoor Challenge. My name is Woodley. Thank you for tuning in here. Let me just review the premise of what we have established over this 30-day challenge. So we're combining two things. One is outdoor work and play at a minimum of 1 hour a day, coupling that with the carnivore diet and measuring the progress of it, sharing that journey on YouTube, and seeing what can be accomplished when you stack these different needs in your life together. And that's my experiment. That's what I've been doing. So today is a rest day, so I'm not going to show you the work that we did today, but we are going to go through the numbers. So my weight this morning was 222.8. Now that's down from 235.8, so we're down 13 pounds over the course of the challenge to date. Yesterday it was 14 down, up a pound. As I mentioned in a previous video, anything under 225, I'm thrilled with in that range. When I was in college, I played college football. I was a defensive lineman, and I would be in the 240 to 250 range. After college, I kind of stayed in that for a while. When I was around 30, I was working out really hard, got into distance running. My goal for that was I wanted to do a sky jump, and I needed to be like 225. I don't think I ever actually got below 225. I think I was kind of right around 230 at that time. Then other things happened. At one point, I'd gone back up in that 250 range. There was a period for a little while where I was close to 280, then kind of got back into working out, and then, sort of stayed in that 245 to 260 range. And then when 2 years ago, I did a 3-month thing of carnivore, and I lost 30 pounds, and I got back down into this 220, 225 range. Got off of that, kind of got back up, and then never higher than 235. So kind of helped establish a new baseline. And then in this month, adding the movement piece with it there, we've been able to bring that weight down 13 pounds in 20 days, which is pretty remarkable. I'm not doing anything like crazy. I'm just, you've seen what I'm doing here on these videos with it. Now, granted, there is a lot more movement that I'm doing in my day. It's not like I just go sit at a desk or at a couch, after those things are done, but it is the primary part of it. Like today, the kids wanted to walk to my mom's. We went there for dinner together after church, and so that's a 2-mile walk. We did that, and that's one of the benefits that I'm seeing so far from kind of doing this regular daily movement is the ability to say yes in those situations of like, yes, we'll do that walk. And that's probably the most frustrating pain point when you are not feeling well physically and when you're out of shape, is that those things that you would like to say yes to, you don't, because your body is just so exhausted. So that is always and continues to be one of the great and most obvious benefits that I recognize when I am engaged in doing these things. If you're looking for a baseline improvement, I think that this idea could really be useful for you. That's what I'm noticing for myself. So the setting the hour, again, sometimes I go over the hour, but it gives me a minimum. It also gives me a cutoff point where I know I'm going to come back the next day and I'm going to continue to work on those things. So that's really encouraging to me for that. For my heart rate this morning was 64, which was a little bit higher than it was yesterday. I think I'm right around 60. I've definitely had several readings where it's in the 50s. I'm just doing this on the camera on my phone for that. It took me a week or two at the beginning to realize that doing it right after I stood up in the morning was giving me an elevated reading. So that was a little bit of a learning curve. Ideally, I would get like a smartwatch that could track that, and I think I would have some more consistent numbers. But I'm happy with the progress that I'm making on that. The pull-ups have been really surprising to me. We got 7. I got 7 2 days this week. So when I started, I did 3 pull-ups at the beginning. So to more than double the pull-up thing over the course of this, I came across something on X last night that was a pull-up suggestion that was saying instead of doing like a max reps pull-up, to do like 30, but do them one at a time and to do them as explosively as possible. So I'm not going to do that in this initial 30-day part of it, but I think that that's something that is worth considering, and I may take that approach once I get past the 30 days. I want to kind of just keep the consistency of it for this part of it here. On the YouTube side of it, we're at 921 with the subscriber count. So nothing has really exploded in relationship to that growth. But what I am aware of with making videos and sharing content is really what matters most is learning to like love the process, not just the results. Because if you make something and it goes viral, that's pretty cool. You can, blow up initially. But if you're not kind of learning the muscle memory of the process of making, then it becomes difficult to sustain that over time. I don't think that this sort of brute force strategy in this particular niche that I'm exploring right now is at all the best way to do that. There's way more probably effective ways of building than doing it with this way. But we'll find out, and time may tell that there's a different story than the story that we're experiencing right now with that. On the project side, got a lot of wood stuff done, got the trees down, cut up, split up, built this little firewood storage thing. That might just be a storage rack. I may use that. I've talked about building a firewood stand, and we might use that for bundle firewood down by the road. I might build something else and just use that kind of as a little storage set. But it was fun to be able to just take a bunch of materials that we had around the property and then reutilize them in that project and put it together. So it's been a productive week in that way. This coming week is spring break for me from my job as a teacher. So I'll have a little more time. I'll take on some bigger projects some of these days. There's some land clearing stuff to do. I've got a new blade for my steel trimmer, and I want to see if that comes in. I think the other one that I did previously didn't cut as well, as primarily because the blade was just old with that. So we'll be testing that out. I may try to get the really concerning trees down. We'll see about that. So we've got some other things that are going on. It's not going to be just work every day, but definitely an opportunity to grow and improve with it. So there it is, week 3 recap. Again, I just want to thank you for following. Thank you for the comments, the likes, all of those things. Watching the videos is, really helpful and encouraging. And I hope that you're getting something out of it. And so we'll get back moving tomorrow. But this is day 20, and it is done. God bless you.